Hello, welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this special video on NewsX. We are looking at, of course, Border to Success, which continues to soar at the box office. The film has now neared the 300 crore mark domestically. Of course, it's crossed that in the worldwide earnings. And why is this really happening? Well, it is, of course, a lot to do with patriotism. Remember, the film released around 26 January, which is when, anyways, patriotic sentiment is at an all-time high in the country on 26 January and 15th August. And clearly, of course, that timing has helped for the film as well. The film, of course, also stayed true to the original released in the 90s, and that time also the patriotic sentiment was extremely high, which had made Border into a hit at that time. Abibi, the film, of course, does so well. Whenever Border's reruns come on television, everyone watches it and everyone loves it, which is why that feeling once again has been arisen in the country with Border 2's release. That nostalgia has clearly worked in the film. Also, Sande Se Aate Hain, one of the best all-time patriotic songs, which was there in the original. Anytime there's a patriotic event, that song is definitely hummed or sung. And Sande Se Aate Hain 2.0 coming with this film also. That also somewhere has helped. People are feeling, very proud of the army, the security forces, and the nation, which is what is worked in the film's box office earnings as well. And if we look at this trend over the last couple of years, somewhere down the line, patriotic films which inspire Desh Bhakti, the feeling of pride for the nation and for the nation's warriors, those are working at the box office. Look at Dhurandhar. Dhurandhar's all-time success in 2025, not just at the top of the box office for that year alone, but all-time, of course, biggest hits. It's gone into history books, has been a lot because of the patriotic sentiment. The story of a spy, the story of someone who is carrying forward India's intentions and India's conquests and India's ideals in Pakistan, trying to get to the bottom of the system, beat those in the ISI and the terror lobby who have these inimical interests towards India by getting in to the system and ultimately emerging as a Dhurandhar. That really worked. The film may have been banned in Pakistan and Middle East, but it arose a feeling of patriotism in individuals, and the fact that this is what our warriors, our unsaid heroes, our unspoken about heroes have done in Pakistan and have actually done for our country of India. So that has really worked, and clearly, of course, which is what contributed in it becoming a huge hit in India and, of course, worldwide too. Also, Chhava, which released last year, was the story of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, a Hindu king, one of India's, of course, bravest kings and bravest, Hindu patriots, and it showed how the Mughal Sultanate, the Mughal emperors were so, were terrible. I mean, tortured Indians, Hindus, and of course Sambhaji Maharaj at that time as well, tried to crush them in a very vicious manner, but did not always succeed. How their ideals, how their designs were thwarted by our brave heroes at that point. And also Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, even when he's nearing death, how he shows bravery and alacrity and this never say die attitude and this loyal intentions towards his faith and his country has come out in that film, which has led the film also to become one of the biggest box office hits of 2025. Chhava did very well at the box office, and somewhere this sentiment which it arose of pride in our heroes and our faith and our religion and also, of course, in the country, that somehow worked for Chhava as well at the box office too. If we talk now about the last couple of years, well, we've seen films like Skyforce and films like Fighter release, which showed the Indian Air Force's conquests in Pakistan and how they have bombed Pakistan's targets of terror factories, and of course also where the enemy has tried to hit out at India, and that was made in a very good manner, shown realistically, and that also worked. It again arose a lot of feeling of patriotism and pride in the nation, and pride, of course, in our security forces, in the Air Force in that particular instance of a film, and that helped those films work at the box office as well. So the trend clearly is very visible of patriotic films, of films which arise this feeling of euphoria and love for the nation, doing well at the box office if made well, if treated well. Will this trend last or not? That time will tell, but for now, it's certainly here to stay. Even Dhurandhar 2, the first look, if one sees, it ends with a very powerful dialogue कि अगर आप आक्रमण करेंगे तो हम ये नया भारत है, हम घर में घुस के मारेंगे. Clearly those kind of dialogues are really working as well, and the makers are hoping will make Dhurandhar 2 also into a super hit like the first. So that clearly seems to be a trend that we're seeing emerge at the box office once again with Border 2's hit.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.